possible that every year going forward, we just have a sit-down meeting and just talk, 'cause I'm sorry, you know, the breathing.
Can we do that, Scott?
Sure.
We can.
Just have a sit-down and we talk.
The language in the IGA is going to say that the distribution proceeds be recalculated annually by the county on the basis of the most recently completed tax year. So, it's in there, it can be recalculated. Now, will it be? Oh, time will tell, but
I would just like the opportunity that the city gets to sit down and talk to the county about.
And as we mentioned the other day, you know, obviously, I feel like we should do this more often. And,
Yes.
you know, just in general for multiple reasons, but we definitely need to plan to do this more often.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you all very much. All right, you said y'all will be all set later or now?
No, we can go now. I had it prepared so that we could go into this,
Okay,
so.
so you don't wanna go in here, or you wanna do it in here?
We can, I mean, if we can go really quick, I think we'll probably get through it, which, cause we already kinda did the discussion, so. Do you wanna do it real quick, Mayor?
In here or step out?
We can, are y'all okay, are y'all okay with us doing it real quick? Alright, let's do it.
Okay, I call to order this FLOST special meeting. Let it show that we have a quorum of our councilmen available. Three.
And then just do the first one, any discussion.
Is there any further discussion or questions concerning this?
I did wanna bring up one thing, we did have some public.
Okay, we'll, when we get to.
That's no problem, thank you for that.
Alright, now you just, we need the next agenda, and we need a motion in a second.
All right, do I have a motion concerning the floating local option sales tax intergovernmental agreement?
I'll make that motion.
Thank
To
you.
approve?
To approve.
Do I have a second? David seconds, thank you. Any discussion? Okay, vote.
Yes.
All right, all in favor, may I see by a show of hands? Any opposed? We pass by majority.
Take my public
Thank
comments.
you. All right, public comment. I don't have a list of who would like to speak, but who would like to speak?
On the city's behalf.
I'm on there.
On the city's behalf.
Okay.
On the county or for Milner
I was-
or?
Does it,
Milner, anyone
Is
from
it from
Milner?
Milner?
There was just one sheet up there, so
Okay, all right. Did anyone want to speak for Milner?
I don't live in Milner.
Okay, all right.
so now we can adjourn.
All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, sir. Second?
I'll second that.
Thank
Doesn't
you.
matter, brother.
All in favor, show of hands. We are adjourned. Thank you.
y'all gotta,
Like,
y'all gotta approve it.
We have to do that in our next meeting.
All I gotta do is this.
Y'all-
We're doing this?
Approve the split here, you're gonna vote on the referendum at 6.
Okay.
Approve the IGA with that split, and then you're calling the referendum at 6.
All righty, I'll entertain motions regarding the, proposed split for the, floating local option sales tax.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the proposed split for the floating local option sales tax intergovernmental agreement.
Second. We have a motion by Commissioner Lovett and a second by Commissioner Fletcher to approve the proposed splits for the floating local option sales tax intergovernmental agreement. Any discussion? Hearing none, we call it to a vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Since you guys are done, if you wanted to leave now, but we do have public comments left, but it's your option if you guys want.
Do you have public comments on this particular topic?
We do.
I'd like to state my comments, then I would excuse myself.
Okay, totally up to you guys. the first person we have on the list is Elaine Halata.
I just have a question, basically, before I make my comment. You just mentioned that on parcel, I'm gonna save $235 in personal property taxes. Great. Now, what if I was the average person in the county and I had $40,000 to spend a year? Now I'm going to go pay another 1% on everything I've purchased in the county. Then you haven't saved me a penny. I'm paying $400 more. I don't know how the average person feels. I spend a lot of money in this community. So you haven't done me any favors. And as a business person, okay, you're not changing anything for the business person. We're just you're gonna make us collect more taxes for you, but you haven't given anything back to the businesses. So I think you're gonna find that a lot of people feel the same way I do. Because you haven't given me a break, not personally or as a business.
So as you know, you and I talked yesterday.
Yes.
And I got a proposed percentage from you.
Yep.
I have made 9 more calls. And you know, when I do this, I do my homework before I come and do this. The average is 63% of the revenue for this will come from outside of the county. So when you're looking at 63% coming from outside of the county coming in, that is a reduction that will be lower than the 235. So as you know, you got a tax break this year. We talked about it ad nauseum, that if you were a homesteader in Lamar County, your taxes went down. There's another opportunity to continue lowering that tax burden for our citizens. So 63% of what we're going to bring in this is gonna come from outside of our community.
Yeah, but you're not helping me, the
I
person in the
think-
county. And we are not the LJ of Georgia or Blue Ridge. We're Barnesville, Lamar County. We're not a hub of tourism. So,
what we've done here today is
Yeah.
simply voted to put it on your ballot. And you, the citizens, get to decide. We
Yeah.
have decided nothing except to allow you, the citizens, to determine your own,
Yeah.
your own path.
and when we talked yesterday, I mentioned 70% of our revenue
Yes.
comes from outside of Lamar County. But we go out to other counties to create our income. They're not coming here to spend at our shop. We're going out to do the business, to bring it to Lamar County. So you're not giving me any break. That's all I'm trying to say. You're not giving a business the break, and personally, you're not giving me a break, because 235, and then I'm gonna spend another 400. It doesn't make, all you're doing is taking it from one pocket and you're putting it in another. Okay?
I think where the confusion is that is not the set number per parcel. There is going to be an equation. So I don't know, like way back in school when you did mean, median, and mode, and you had these little line charts. We're right here. This is the average per parcel. It doesn't mean it's gonna be that exact number per parcel. It's gonna be divided up on a percentage. So it's going to be an equal percentage distribution. It's not gonna be that exact number.
Yeah, but out in Redbone, our taxes are really high compared to a lot of places in the county.
So you're
We
gonna
have
get a
no
more of
water,
a percentage
no
of discount.
sidewalks, no street lights. You know, bring me some street lights out there, put curbs, and put some sidewalks, so that my percentage of tax goes just like everybody else's in the county.
I think the other part too, we have to realize, I mean, you're talking 1 cent. 1 cent. So you had used the number 400. So I'm assuming you're talking $400.
Yeah,
So $400, how many 1 cents is that?
what I'm saying is,
That's
if I
40,000.
spend
So
400,
you gotta spend $40,000.
yeah, and I do, I know I spend that in this county
And-
every year
and-
personally. So you've taken my taxes that are over $4,000 possibly or more, and possibly reduced them by 235, but I have to go out and buy things in this community, and I'm gonna spend my 40 grand in this community, so I'm gonna pay $400 more. Therefore, you haven't given me personally a tax break. You haven't given our business a tax break.
Based
And-
on the average numbers of
So-
income for people in our community, most people don't make $40,000.
Yeah, I'm fortunate, I make good money,
So they
okay?
wouldn't spend 40,000.
So,
Okay, the next person we have on the, James Hott,
Welcome. How good it is to see our local governments actually sit down and have a civil conversation. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. What I see around this table is a lot of confusion, a lot more unanswered questions than answered questions. Now, I didn't talk to Beth Camp today or last night. I haven't read the bill since it passed the House, so I reserve the right to be wrong, just like every one of you can be wrong. But what you're discussing here is not the intent of that bill, or was not the legislative intent as it passed the House, or it passed Congress. This bill does not cap property values at all. It caps your ability to raise the taxable portion of that every year by the inflation rate. Right now, inflation's good, 1.6, 2%, something like that. So my taxable portion of my home can only be raised by 2% this year. Maybe 2% next year or less. But when the economy changes, and that goes to 7, 8, 9%, and guess what? You can come along and raise it 7, 8, 9% those years as well. So it doesn't cap anything except your ability to raise the taxable portion of the home. So there was never any intent for this to put money back in the taxpayer's pocket. This FLOST that you are discussing is designed for a home, say a $100,000 home. It goes up in value to $112,000. Well, that's a 12% increase. Inflation says you can't raise it but 4%. Where's that other 6%? How's the county going to make up that difference there? That was the design for this FLOST, is to put money back into the general budget of the county and cities respectively to make up that difference in what you can't charge the customer, because the law says you can only raise it by whatever the inflation rate is. The design of the bill was to protect homeowners in a hyperinflated market. The problem with the bill is it passed in the middle of a hyperinflated market. If everybody's home values suddenly went back to what they were 10 years ago, then where would we be? See a lot of revenue drop. So, only say this is, I think there's way too much confusion and way too many unanswered questions. I wouldn't dive in a pool when you can't see below the surface of the water. I've known 2 people personally that broke their necks that way. You're obligating yourselves to a 5-year agreement, which you have no idea what that final outcome is actually like. You just don't know. We're hearing them say, I think this is in the agreement. Well, Camp is, they're putting out new regulations, so you don't have any idea where that's going to end up a year from now or 2 years from now. And you're obligating yourselves to a 5-year agreement. Personally, I would opt out of that, and I would run as fast as I could for the hills.
Harold Jackson.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm on the other side of 82 years old. I'm still paying school taxes, county taxes, and city taxes, and I like our mayor. I want to know what benefits am I getting out of the school, and what am I getting out of the county, since no longer can we take anything out to the dump. We had, I think it was 2 times a year that we could legally take something out to the dump. We don't even have that anymore. So I would like to know what benefits the county is offering me. I see absolutely none. I got police protection, fire protection, they pick up my garbage, that's not free. But I think the city council does a pretty good job of what they're doing. I'm very unhappy with what's going on here. We can give a huge raise to one man, but we're gonna take somebody else's benefits away from them. And that's what's happened. The 2 times that we had to dump, we don't have them anymore. So I don't know why I'm paying county taxes. I'd like y'all to explain that to me. Thank you.
Round table, Mr. Fletcher,
Nothing.
Mr. Love,
All good, thank you.
Mr. Gillis? No. Anything? The only thing I have, I just wanna tell you guys, thank you so much for being here, for taking the time out of your day, especially some of this was kind of quick, short notice. Thank y'all for being here, and we will definitely need to do it again soon. But I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gillis, a second by Commissioner Fletcher to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.